Only that is the idea. Okay, so regarding this, okay, so I'll just quickly give an introduction. I'm Tushar. Okay, I'm currently a software developer at Myntra, and I work in the payments team. And so anything that is, whatever you get as refund and refunds, the credit cards, the bonus points, so everything me and my team manages that. Okay, so I generally work in Java and somewhat in React also. Okay, so apart from this, I have been teaching for a very long time by now. I have taught over a lot of people, 1,000 people maybe, and teaching is something that I'm really passionate about. You will see this in the workshop part also. Okay, one very important thing I want to tell you guys is that, okay, that we'll discuss somewhat later also. Okay, and okay, so what is the idea? The idea is that mm, today we'll be trying to build a Netflix like thing. I'll show you how the Netflix looks like, what our final goal looks like, and yeah, that is what we'll be building, right? Okay, so before we really start, I wanted you guys to give a quick introduction about yourself also, okay, so that I can also know you guys better. So I want basically three things from your side. Basically the name, college. No, name is not required, obviously, right? You are already sending college, year, and your expertise or maybe your knowledge in web development, right? सिर्फ HTML CSS आता है, good. सिर्फ HTML CSS JavaScript आता है, good. Somewhat idea of React, somewhat done in the backend part. So that is what I mean. You guys can quickly use the chat section and let me know all that. Meanwhile, we'll wait for other people to join. Okay, yeah, yes. Please try introducing yourself, guys. थोड़ा तीन चीजें. Year, in which college year you are. Second thing I want is maybe college name, that's fine. And third thing is your expertise in React. Yes, hi, Rohit, Sneha, Ash, nice. ठीक है, Sai, Varsha. Guys, come on, थोड़ा, let's try to, let's try to know each other before we start. Shruti, Shubham, Siddhant, Siddharth, Souvik. Okay, come on, guys, let's do this. Final year people, okay. 21 grad, okay, nice. ठीक है. Good. Second year girl coaches, okay. BTech Java, okay. HTML, CSS, JavaScript, okay. College name, Bhubaneswar, okay. All right, okay. All right. Okay, so majority of the people I could see that are in the third year. That's good. I mean, that is important part. Even I was very practicing in the during this time. I understand the importance of this time and your utilization. Sometimes luck play a role also, right? So yes, but believe me, if you'll keep on putting that effort, okay, results will definitely come. Okay, so don't worry on that. Okay, absolutely. For this workshop, there is no prerequisites required. Okay, I will talk about absolutely from basic. Okay, HTML CSS is something I want थोड़ा बहुत आता हो. Okay, that is something a basic requirement. That you're good with HTML CSS, or maybe sometimes if VS Code is installed, that's good. Okay, so probably let's start with the session. I think other people will join in the meanwhile. We can start. Completed working in the company. Nice. Good, Rohan. सही लग रहा है. काफी, I could see काफी diverse set of people are there, and lot of people are coming and doing that effort. Good. Okay. Sai, you are in car probably. Sai Pavan, आप कार में travel कर रहे हो? नहीं? Okay. मीटिंग छोड़ दी उन्होंने. Okay. All right. Okay. Anyways, let's start with this. Any particular queries you want to address? In the end, I'll also try to discuss what are the good projects that you could make in web development continuing from this point, or maybe what is a good idea, right? We'll discuss about the roadmap if time permits towards the end. Okay. All right. Okay. Sounds good. Just a quick question. How many of you guys have already attended a workshop with me? I mean, in the previous times? Anybody? Anybody who is already has done maybe chat application? We have made chat, lot of things, right? First time, okay. Freshers, okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay, no worries. Nobody? Okay. ठीक है. Okay. All right. No issues. You will love this. Okay. So this is the okay. Sounds good. Okay. So this is the workshop. Okay. This is the exact Netflix that we'll be making. So that is the idea. That is the exact Netflix that is planned to be made. And yeah. So these are the different you know. So this is the majority of the front end part. Okay. That is how the Netflix actually looks like, right? This is more like the design part. And we'll focus on the front end. Okay, we'll be making the React and जो information area, whatever the posters that you're actually seeing, right? So these posters are coming from an API. We'll discuss everything. Okay, and yeah, probably if time permits, I'll try to go through this also. Okay, how to go through it. Please let me out. Okay, so this is the trailer that is there, right? Any anime fans also, right? Naruto, all yeah. Naruto. That is the idea. That is what we'll be making. Okay. And that is the whole idea. That is the plan. I am sure you will love this. Okay. And this is a good one. Yeah, don't worry. You will get the code part. Okay. What I want to you guys to understand is that, okay, see, it's your very first time. Okay. Majority of you guys are the freshers. And this is there is a possibility that yes, some features you might be not be getting in the first time because they're little of different syntax and little of different type. Okay, that is fine. Okay, you will get things slowly with time, but believe me, after this workshop, okay, after this workshop, you will try to get a level. You will get at a level that yes, I am able to understand somewhat of the React code. I understand what is the basic structure of the code. How does a code looks like? That is the idea. And मतलब basically React का हल्का फुल्का और some projects level कुछ आने लग जाएगा. Yes, that the project is responsive. The idea of React is generally to make the project responsive. Okay, so that's the idea. All right. Okay. Okay. So let's start with React. Okay, let's start with React. My first question to you guys, first 20-30 minutes, I will talk about the overview structure. Okay, how does the overall कैसे proceed करने वाले हैं? What is the idea? We'll draw some good diagrams, and in the next time, in the next 2.5 hours, or maybe next 2.5, whatever the time remains, we'll try to go through the coding part so that you can get that hands-on practice also. Okay. So yes, I'm super excited. I am sure you guys are also. So let's start. My first question to you guys is that why do we really need React? We were having so why do we really need React? Okay, we were having that HTML CSS also. So what was the need of the React की ऐसी क्या जरूरत पड़ी? Right? ऐसा क्या अलग कर रहा है? What different is the React doing? Fast UI. Okay. Any good answers? Maybe single page application, component based. Good. Okay, I'll just start with this. Okay, I'll just switch on the video. Just 1 second. Back. Okay, it makes single page app which use several predefined codes. Eradicate the component. Okay, good. Oh, it seems like काफी smart लोग हैं already. ठीक है, sounds good. That will make me also confident. Agar if I find any mistake or if I try to get stuck in any part, you guys will help me. That's good. Okay, the first thing is the reusability of code. That is definitely the basic feature of React. Just give me a second. I'll just connect with the tablet that you guys can see the screen also. Just give me a second. Okay. Not no. That's absolutely fine. Okay. There is nothing I will be discussing that is not beginner friendly. Anything that you see will be completely beginner friendly. So that is absolutely not an issue. I will also connect from mobile in case you guys are having a query. I'll answer that there. Not sure why this is taking so much time. All right. Okay. Second. I think. Second. There is a go. Correct. Okay. Perfect. Right. So I'll be able to see the chat section also. And it's a very good idea if you guys try to help each other in the chat section. Okay. So that is something that is very recommended, and that's kind of a gentleman thing. Okay. So yeah. So we're discussing of why React. Okay. We were trying to figure out why do we really need the React. कि ऐसा React क्या ही कर रही है. Let's just reduce the pen size. Okay. Why do we really need that React? Okay. Why is that React so important? Okay. Okay. So the first thing is that it is like, reusable. Okay. So React is trying to make the codes, okay, jo bhi codes hain, whatever the code is there, okay, that code is broken into smaller pieces. Okay. That code is broken into smaller pieces, and each piece can be called as a function. Okay. So React is following a function based approach. ठीक है. तो जो भी code है, that is broken down into smaller pieces, and each of these pieces is called a component. Okay. So everything that is React is having, that is broken down into smaller, and these small pieces are actually called a component. इसको बोलते हैं components. Okay. And since once a function is written, okay, so we have written this function once, it can be reused also. That is a very that is a very big advantage of the React. Okay. That is reusable. Okay. The components that you're actually writing, okay, the component, sorry, little having a bad throat. The components that you're really writing is reusable. Okay. The components are actually reusable. Okay. That is the idea. The second thing that is there, okay, that is of React, it's like a single page application. Okay. Or maybe prevents reloading. That is the second thing. Prevents the reloading. Okay. So what do I understand? What do you guys understand from this is that, okay, for example, let's try to understand this. So there is this, you're using the Instagram. Okay. So Instagram also, so Facebook manages React, in case people don't know. So Facebook is the, godfather of React. This Facebook has developed this, Facebook is maintaining this. And yeah. Do you guys know who maintains Java? Java कौन सी company करती है? Which company is maintaining Java? I mean, you might have heard the name, but yeah. Nice. Smart people भाई साहब. बहुत तेज लोग हैं. तेजस्वी लोग हैं बहुत सारे. Oracle. Nice. Okay. Go is also a language. Golang is also, that is maintained by whom? Any idea? This is Oracle is correct. Boy, so itne smart. So we have techies here, right? It's like not somebody, ऐसे छोटे मोटे लोग नहीं आए basically workshop में. Smart people. Good. Nice, loving it. Generally, I ask these questions, and I have seen only 1 or 2 people are able to answer, but I could figure out some 10, 12 answers. Good, nice. Good. Okay, back to the React, right? So it prevents reloading. What do I really mean by reloading? That is, so suppose this is your crush's photo, okay? This is your crush's photo. And you want to like this, of course, you want to add a heart here. So you want to click on this and you want to add a comment looking pretty and all that. Will not go detail into this, but yeah. So the idea is that, okay, the idea is that if you just simply click on this heart, okay, if you just simply click on this heart only turns red, right? Does the complete page reloads? No, the complete page does not reload. जो पूरा page है does not reload. And in case you might have made any project or that sort, okay, you might have realized that the complete page reloads agar, if you guys and I am making that, right? So that is the second advantage of React, that is it prevents reloading, okay? The complete page does not reload. And you will also understand, yeah, YouTube is also same, right? So complete page is not reloading, only that video gets changed, or maybe, you know, that is the idea. So that also brings me to, so that is what it really means. All these things mean the same, that it's a single page application, okay? It is having a virtual DOM, okay? These are these cool names, okay, that you might have heard here and there. Cool people say this, but the idea is that it prevents reloading, okay? That the page does not reloads again and again. It reloads only once, okay? Generally, actually, you know, those are very basic websites, okay? Those websites are not very deployed, okay? Pura websites, I mean, generally websites are not deployed, so there is no very big example that has this. But you might relate, Mahek, that whatever the personal projects that you might have made, in that complete page reloads. Not sure if you have made any, so but as a complete page reload scale, try to think of an example, but currently I'm not having. If in case it comes to my mind, I'll let you know that. Okay. So now the next thing is that, okay. So that is the idea of the React. Why React? Let's meanwhile create the React also. So this is the code. I'll try to make a new code file, new window. Okay, we'll just set this up. Okay. So open new file, documents, desktop. I'll share with you the code, okay? The code part is not worrying, okay? So that's Netflix React. Wait, okay. Taking this with Q8, okay. So React actually provides need all these components, you know, all these things that you use the web applications. They just reload component wise only. Okay, there are very, I mean, I'm not sure if there are any website or not, but yeah. So mostly of them. Okay, so this is called the this is the IntelliJ. Okay, and in okay, just one second. Okay. So sorry. Okay. Yeah. So this is the basic React app. You have to just write that command npx create React app and the name of app. Maybe Netflix. Okay. So this will automatically create a basic structure for us. Okay. That is having a basic structure. You guys don't need to code it alongside. Okay. You will somehow get the code at the end. So you don't need to code alongside, and you just need to understand the concepts. Okay. Focus on understanding the concepts. You can make notes. That's a good idea. Okay. You can make notes and you can understand the concepts. कि कौन सी चीज कैसे काम कर रही है. Try to get the basic idea. Code is something that is not always important. Okay. As a very first step, the important thing is that you understand how things are working. Okay. Because even in your project rounds, they will not ask you the code. They will never ask you that code this, code that. No. They will ask you the explanation of each and everything. Yeah. The recording session is there, right? The recording session is, and the session is getting recorded. But I would strongly recommend that please try to attend it live. That's a humble request from my side. Okay, this is the final product in case somebody has missed that. This is the final thing that we'll be making. Yeah, we'll try to add that. What is this called? The trailer part also. Okay. Okay. Code and all these things. Okay, so this is something that is got. Okay, so in order to start the Netflix, we'll be using the command npm start. Okay, so there is already something that's going on. I'll just stop that. All right. Okay. Actually, I was running that website, right? So that's why. Oh, sorry. I need to go to CD Netflix. So I need to go to that folder. Now, once I'm here, so this is the basic code that React makes for us. Okay. Then I'll be writing that npm start. Yeah. Okay. So this is working fine. So if you realize this now, okay. So this is the basic React app. This is the basic React structure that you will get of anything. Okay. This is the basic structure. जो हमें by chance, this is the basic structure that you get. Okay. And yeah, you don't need to worry about a lot of things. Okay. But let's start with this. Okay. Okay, so I'll try to explain you a very basic thing, that is how to make a counter. Okay, so that you can understand the concept of reloading and all that. That is the idea. Okay, so okay. So how can we start with that? Probably a good idea is to be, okay, let's start on this. So let's just clean this before. Okay. So this is like a function, right? You whatever you see this is complete a function. I'll just delete all this. Okay, we need to do the cleaning part. So मैंने clean कर दिया. This is like, welcome, guys. Welcome, amigos, and we will talk. So whatever that you're writing here, okay, whatever that you're writing here, this complete thing is same as whatever you write in the what to say, that HTML CSS part, right? Exactly same. This is the exact same thing that you write in the HTML CSS part. Absolutely same. No difference. Okay. So now you try to understand this. Okay. The next thing that you need to understand is that this is the basic structure, right? तो जो भी आप यहाँ पर लिखते हो, this is the function syntax. I'll just show you this new file that is like counter.js. I'll just give you an example so that you can get it better. Like it's RFCE, basic structure. Okay, this is like shortcut. So this is what you see is a basic function ka syntax. Okay, this is a basic function ka syntax. This is how a function looks like. Okay, yeah, this is how exactly a function looks like. And whatever you see here, okay, whatever you write inside the return statement, this inside the return statement decides. Okay, so I'll just try to talk about, if I talk about this, okay, so जो basic structure है, right? So inside that function is having two important things. Okay, function is having two important things. The first important thing is or maybe the second important thing is about the return statement. Okay, कि जो component मैंने बनाया है, right? So whatever this component name, the component name I made is counter. कि whatever the counter component that I've actually created, how will it look like? Okay, ये दिखेगा कैसा? Look like how? How this thing will actually look like, that is decided by HTML and CSS only. Same. Okay, so HTML and CSS is same. Okay, HTML and CSS is same, and this is the same thing. Okay, nothing different. And yeah, this is actually used for how the my component, जो मैंने component बनाया वो दिखेगा कैसा. This will have the same p tags, button tag, all the div tags that you generally use. Okay, and whatever comes here is how the component will function. Okay, कि जो component है मेरा, whatever the component that I have created, how will that component function? That is the second important thing. कि component काम कैसे करता है, right? How the component functions. यहाँ पर we generally write the JavaScript code. Okay, so React is nothing. Okay, it's not any new language. Okay, it is just a framework that is making the existing languages better. That HTML provides the reusability and the application, all that stuff, right? Component reloading and all that. Okay, so so that is how the JavaScript looks like. Anybody guys, तुम लोग बोर हो गए हो or feeling it bored? नहीं समझ आ रहा है? Sounds good. Good momentum. How is Josh? How are you guys feeling? Understanding it? Nice. Ketan, sounds good. Okay. Good. Okay. Yes. Okay, amazing. ठीक है. Okay. Sounds good. People are positive on this. Hi, sir. All right. Correct. Um, Energetic audience तो है देखो मतलब I must appreciate this that even during placement times you have taken out the time, so that is something appreciable and that is good also. Okay. Active भी हैं आप लोग, that's good. Okay. Okay. So that is the idea. And yeah, so this is how the counter looks like. I'll just quickly show you what do I really mean by this. So suppose we have the div. Okay, everything that you write comes in the div. Okay, there's a div, same div. Okay, opening tag, closing tag. You can write an h tag, right? H1 tag, I mean. And मुझे counter इसके बीच में लिखना, I can write the counter here. Okay, so I'll just write a paragraph tag, and you have clicked. Now, very important thing. Okay, now understand this. That is okay. Clicked whatever I write in curly braces. Okay, whatever I write in curly braces, that is I'm writing a variable. Okay, important thing. Whatever I'm writing in curly braces, that is what. So see, just quick recap. Siddhant, dekh lena. Whatever I'm writing from line number 4 to line number 14, 5 to 14, this is what I'm writing. I'll just enlarge this a little bit. Okay. Yeah. So whatever I'm writing from line number 4 to that's 14, 13. This is the design component. The button दिखेगा कैसा, right? It has same HTML, CSS things. Whatever I'm writing inside the curly braces, that's how I'm writing a variable name. All right. And the next thing is that I'm having a button category. Okay, button is there, and yeah, sorry, the button is there, and button is having a property on click. अगर आपको JavaScript में नहीं पता है तो button is having some functions kind of thing, right? On click is equal to a function. अभी के लिए you can skip this. Okay, these are called arrow based functions. ये JavaScript में these are called how you write the functions. Okay, that in case I write this. Okay, तो मतलब basically the idea is that कि on click पे कुछ activity होनी चाहिए, right? For that activity, I'm writing a function set count. Count plus 1. Whatever the variable count is there, that should be incremented by count 1. Okay. Now understand this here. Whatever I will write here, okay, here I will write the JavaScript code. Okay, here I will actually write the JavaScript code, and the idea is that तो मैं यहाँ पर JavaScript code लिखूंगा, and probably I will declare variables and all that stuff, right? So how will I be declaring variables? Constant variable count, and set count is the function जो उस variable को modify करेगा. Two important things, right? So this is a standard that जो भी variables I need to declare, right? What is JavaScript? It's like a C++ or Java language. You are having variables, you are having functions. That is the idea. So here I am writing this as a variable and a function that will actually modify this variable. ठीक है, तो function का नाम है set count. So these are called states. ठीक है, इसको बोलते हैं states. Use state and the initial value is 0. जो counter की variable की initial value, these are called states. Okay, so these things are called states. Okay, and also they are present in something called hooks. So Java में hooks आया था, that every Java is a function based approach. Earlier it was having a class based approach, but that is a little tough and more used in the mobile development part. So you can skip that as of now. You learn this. This is a cool language. Okay, and yeah. So set count. I think this is working fine. Let's see this. Okay, and I'll just call this. ठीक है, तो इसमें से I'll be calling this function also. Backslash. I'll have to import that also. ठीक है, like library, right? So I have to import that. So I'll be importing import counter from dot slash counter, right? Okay, तो मैंने counter import कर लिया and I'll be calling that function. Okay, कि component call कर लिया मैंने backslash counter. Right? क्या है? Sorry. Right? So this is how I am calling that counter. Okay. Key in the so app component is the main function. Okay, try to understand this. So app is like the main function. Inside the main function, I have called the counter function, right? And I can call that counter function multiple times also. That is my choice. But this is how I've called the counter function. This is called the function calling step. This is where the function counter is being declared, right? So let's start with this. Okay, let's probably see this if it works. And in the apps on this, I'll save this. कुछ error आ रहा है? Use state is not defined. Okay, so we have to import that React also. ठीक है, तो हमने React वाली चीजें import करनी पड़ेंगी. Import React and use state. तो जो भी चीजें from React you're actually using that. Okay, you will have to import that. ठीक है कि React में से मुझे ये वाला function use करना है. So that function I'll be importing that. I need this function. I'll be importing that function. Okay, sounds good. Working fine. Okay, so let's see this. Okay, button का थोड़ा सा नाम शक्ल बदलने वाली है. So button will have a component like click me. Jivita, this is like basic. Okay, you have to use the command npx create react app. That is a very good idea, guys. अगर आप लोग you try to help each other in the chat section, that is something that is काफी that is good. Okay, so I would recommend try helping each other. Okay, try to give the doubts answers in the chat section. Okay, so that is good idea. Okay, so please try helping each other. So that's a good idea. ठीक है, सुन भी रहे हो नहीं लोग? Come on guys, answer this. Yes, yes, yes. Good, Anshik. Good, 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 good. Okay. Good, good, good. सही लग रहा है. Okay, so that is how you actually click, right? So you can understand this one thing. Okay, that complete page is not reloading. Okay, it is not the complete page that is reloading. Only that component, that variable, that data is getting reloaded, right? If I click this particular thing, only the data in this curly braces, that count variable that was there, right? Only that is getting updated. The pura data is not getting changed. That is the idea of this, I mean, idea of this React. Okay, Baki counter is not getting affected. Welcome amigos, we'll rock together, not getting affected, right? So that only this thing is getting affected, right? So मैंने counter variable बना रखा है. I've called this function set count. Okay. So this is on click is an inbuilt function in JavaScript. That what will happen on click event. This is an event that will be triggered once I click on this. Okay. See, because I am in the set count, I am increasing the variable count +1. कि जो counter variable है, try to understand this. This is like a counter variable, right? कि this is actually like a counter variable, and the count is getting incremented by 1. कि जो भी counter value है, whatever the value of the counter is there, that is getting incremented by 1. That is the idea. Clear है? Yusuf, Harshit, Jamata Di? Not clear? Yeah. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Hooks is basically a function to manage variables. Okay, hooks is helping us to manage variables. Okay, that is the idea of hooks. Okay. Clear है ना? So hooks is like an inbuilt function in React that helps us call the variables. Okay, anybody guys, किसी को भी doubt हो अब तक, let me know. We'll wait for 1-2 minutes before we move further. Got the basic idea? Clear है ना? सही लग रहा है? Okay, okay, clear है. Sounds good, sounds good. Okay. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. That is yeah. That this is your original name or some cool name that you kept? Zad. ZAYD. This is what your parents have kept Zad. ZAYD. Cool name. Seems like some DJ Rocky types. Some DJ guy. Zad. Z and all that. Nice. Z शर्मा क्या लगता है? Okay, Z. Okay, all right. ठीक है, sounds good. No issue. Okay, so that is how you make the React. Okay, and so we'll erase this component, and I'll talk about how the structure looks like. Um, actually, just 1 second. I'll just try to do this also so that I can tell you what are the exact things that we're doing. 1 second. So try to understand this. Okay. Um, so try to understand this that so this is like, so how are we getting all this, right? How are we getting all these movie names, and how are we getting this movie description? Okay, so how are we getting this title and this, posters? How are we getting these posters? Okay, so this is something called as an API. This is something that we are getting with the help of an API. ये सारी information that we are fetching. Okay, and for romance movies, these are the romance movies. All right, and for documentaries, horror movies, comedy, action movies. So everything that I'm getting from here is with the help of an API. Okay, what is an API, guys? Next question. What is actually an API? क्या होती है API? API आसान भाषा में. Yes, right, Arushi. Yes. Okay. What is an API, guys? क्या होती है API? No, we're not using any ML hi-fi things. No. Okay. Just an API is there. What is an API? API होती क्या है? क्या ही होती है API? क्या है? What actually does this means API? Okay. Connects front end and the back end. Good answer. Used for send and get data. Okay, good answer. Used to make communication with two components. Very good answer. Okay. More answers, guys. See, nobody to judge you here. आप अकेले ही try to feel like that. Everybody is learning here, so you can put the answers freely. No issues in that. क्या होती है API? Okay, right. So API stands for Application Programming Interface, Programmable Interface. But full form does not a relation to with this. Okay, Application Programmable Interface. That's the idea. Okay. But ये करता क्या है? Okay, try to understand this. API is kind of a messenger. Okay, API is a messenger, or maybe it's like that pigeon. That pigeon is there, right? That used to take that sandesh. Thanks for my good drawing. And yeah. Okay, so this is like a pigeon, the messenger, and menu in a restaurant. Okay, all right. So this is the front end. Okay, this is the front end that you are actually seeing, right? Front end is something that you understand, that you actually see. The buttons, this involves buttons are there, right? Bars are there, designing is there. So all that things are actually there in the button. Whatever the logic part is there, the data part. Okay, this is like what is kept in the database. Server is there, right? So this is where the information is kept, right? Information. So this information needs to be rendered here, right? This request needs to be key. Request is there, ki please send me this information. Okay. And a response needs to be sent. A request needs to be sent that yes, please give me this information. And according to the requested information, there is a response required from that end. Okay. Then what is the response of this? Okay. That is the idea of an API. So API is actually, well, here is this. Okay. That is the idea of the API. Okay, it's like a request response messenger. Okay, a good word is messenger, an appropriate word is messenger. of data. ठीक है, डेटा का जो मैसेंजर है, the messenger of data is what really an API is. ठीक है, API is a communication platform. You can kind of connect it with a lot of ways, but the idea for this is that it is trying to connect the back end and the front end APIs. Okay, so there are a lot of already pre-built APIs. So APIs have two important things. Okay, so what are the two important things in an API? API में दो important चीज क्या ही होती है? The first important thing is the request. Okay, what is the request that I've made to the server, right? The second important thing is a response. मुझे response क्या मिला? Okay, I make a request. Okay, I make a request. And how do I actually make a request? Make request करता कैसे? How does an API looks like? Okay, API करता कैसे है? API is actually a URL. Okay, you could see that if you could realize this, that this particular see this right on the top. This I highlighted this right. That Miro board. That whatever I see here, okay, you could see in the top right. Whatever I see here, this is the URL, right? This URL is an API endpoint. Okay, this is an endpoint to an API. कि यहाँ इसकी help से a communication is established. मतलब this is the request part. Request कैसे करते हैं हम लोग? एक URL से. Okay, the response something we get the response. Okay, that is something in the JSON format. Okay, that is something that we get in the JSON format. That is what we get in the response part. ठीक है, तो ये URL होता है. Okay, this is the URL that I'm having. ठीक है, URL मतलब फॉर एग्जांपल अगर मेरे पास कुछ फॉर एग्जांपल कुछ URL1 है. Okay, so that is a one type of request, right? This is request 1. So if there is another URL2, okay, this is like another request 2. Okay, there is another type of URL3, and this is like another request 3, right? There is another URL. So different URLs are corresponding to different requests. कि जो भी मेरी different requests हैं, whatever the different type of requests are there, that is what comes under my URL part. Okay, corresponding to every request, what I get is a response. Okay, corresponding to every request, what I actually get is a response. Okay. Response is something that I get for every request, right? For every request I get is a response. Okay, so what am I doing here? Okay, what am I doing here? I'll tell you. मैं एक request करता हूँ. Okay, मैं एक API को request करता हूँ कि dear API, bring me this top rated movies. Which is the top rated movie? This Indian movie. Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge. DTLJ. Okay, that's the top rated movie. Nice. Nice. Impressed. Okay. Yeah. Okay, but anyways, request is basically referring to a URL, right? Ki I need which type of data. Okay, a request is basically referring to a URL. Matlab this is like a request. Okay. If I search anything, right? मैं किसी में भी जाता हूँ. For example, I do a Google search, right? Maybe Taj Mahal. Okay, you could see that this complete thing, you could imagine this complete thing is actually a request. Okay, this complete thing is a request. Search kya? This is the query, right? This is a request thing. So based on, yeah, right, as per the requirement, yes, right. So based on the requirement, I have to call a particular, right? तो मुझे ये वाली information call करनी थी, right? I wanted to see this beautiful Taj Mahal, right? So this is another request. ये Wikipedia वाले URL पे hit करा मैंने कि okay Wikipedia, wherever you are, I am coming to you, and you give me the information. For the people who understand somewhat computer networks, and if they have given some interest in the class, so you might be able to relate this. Yes, this is somewhat related to DNS. Yes. Okay, so others don't need to worry. This is like a particular address, right? This is like an address. कि इस particular चीज पे मुझे request करनी है, and the response I get is the information. Okay, that is so. मतलब this all thing, this complete Wikipedia information I'm getting as a response from the back end just by hitting at this particular URL. So easily you copy the URL and you paste it here. Okay, so this front end, okay, this Google front end is doing what? It sends a request at this particular URL at this particular address. Address मतलब समझ रहे हो कि मुझे किसी के घर से सामान लेके आना है. For example, try to talk about like this courier services, right? That I need to get some things from some courier service. Okay, I need to get some things. Okay, or maybe I need to eat that sweets. Okay, I need to eat that gulab jamun. I am ready to eat a gulab jamun. So I will give that. Okay, go to which sweets, you know. So go to any sweets. Okay, to any particular famous sweets. Not to go to Haldiram's. Okay, probably yes. Haldiram's good. So go to Haldiram's and bring me that sweets. Okay, so that Bikaner, yes, Bikaner भी जा सकते हैं. Okay. Okay. So yeah, that is the idea, right? That's how the APIs work. Okay. So for this particular project, I will be using the API, the TMDB. Okay. TMDB API. The movies database API. Okay. You will just log in this, the movies database org. I'll just log out and show you. Log out कर लो. I mean, just sign in. Okay. Simple sign in. This is, ये आपको APIs देता है. This actually gives you an API. And if you use that API, you get a particular, you get the particular information, right? That for this particular URL, this is the information that I am getting. Okay. Anybody guys having any doubt? यहाँ तक? Any good Netflix recommendations? Anybody of you guys? In case I want to watch, anybody good Netflix recommendations? कोई अच्छी movie? Since we're talking about this, let me ask. Change of mind. Any particular your favorite Netflix series or maybe movies? कोई भी नहीं किसी की, सब लोग पढ़ाई पे ध्यान दे रहे हैं. क्या मजाक कर रहे हो? Heartstopper, Black Mirror, okay, Peaky Blinders. I need. None of you guys are having the same taste. I could see. Sandman, Just Leaves, Walking Dead. Okay, boys. Stranger Things, good, good. Okay, we can be friends. Devanshu, Praveen. Squid Game, yes, we can be good friends. Shubham. Okay. Daredevil, 100. Okay. Death Note. Okay. Guys, पढ़ाई कर लिया करो तुम लोग सीरीज देखते रहते हो. Okay. Money Heist. We can be very good friends. Savik. Yeah, but I think Moon. Okay. सब करते हैं bro. It is multitasking. सही लग रहा है रोहित. Will you watch Marvel movies? Narcos. All rounder. Okay. People are here with list, and I could see only 10-20 responses. That means बाकी लोग या तो पढ़ाई कर रहे हैं कुछ भी नहीं कर रहे हैं. देखो या तो पढ़ाई कर लो या Netflix देख लो. I mean, try doing both of the tasks, but that is the ideal case scenario. Okay. ठीक है, but I think a good idea is that अभी whatever people who are in the third year, fourth year, I will still say this, अभी पढ़ाई कर लो, बाद में मजे ही मजे हैं. But yeah. Okay. Okay. So let's back to the Netflix. Okay, so this is the thing. You just need to log in. Okay, you can simply log in it. I'm already having a login credentials. You just need to simply sign in. ठीक है, sign in कर लेना. Nothing fancy in that. So once you sign in, this is the account that you'll be having. All right. Okay. So this is the sign in, right? Okay. So now try to understand this. Okay. From here you go to settings. Okay. From settings you go to API. Okay. From settings you go to API, and this is the API key. Okay. This is the API key that is there. Okay. API key is just an authentication way. Okay, nothing fancy. So this is something called an API key. ये कुछ भी नहीं है. This is like just to make your API unique. Okay. So in order to make your API unique, कि आपकी जो API है, और maybe I would now interchangeably use the term API and URL, okay, that your URL is unique. ये पता लगे कि maybe Tushar has raised a request, right? Okay, is your API URL is unique, okay? Which one? Okay, we'll discuss on how to get that URL. Okay, discussing that. Okay, don't worry. So the idea is that, okay, that is how I get the API URL. Okay, for that I have an API key. Okay, कुछ भी API key होते हैं, that is how I'm getting the API key. Okay, all right. So now try to understand this. They have given a sample API. That if I try to, so this is sample API. ये API request है ये. This is an actual API request. I will just show you. Okay, you can type it on Google, and you see the result. I'll enter this. Okay. So now you see this. Okay. I'm not sure able to see this or not, but yeah. Try to see this. This is actually a movie. Okay. This is a movie. Okay. And this is having a home page, which original language. These are the components that are there in the movie. Ki, name is Atma and Atman or entertainment. Okay. Description is there, right? Average vote and all that information. Vote count is there. So these all are information. Name is United States, in which country it is, right? जो भी है. Popularity, poster path, production companies, and all that, right? Yeah, this is what is called a JSON format. Yes, Yusuf. So मैंने एक particular URL hit करा. मतलब basically I have sent an API request. Okay. So once I have sent an API request, I get this response. Okay. I because this is a unique URL. मैं इसको hit करता हूँ. I get a movie. Okay. This is another movie I am getting. I'm not sure what is the name. But yeah, maybe I think the Fight Club is the original name. Okay. Fight Club overview hai. Okay. This is the information that I'm getting. Okay. And yeah, that is the idea. Okay. So now try to understand this. Okay. And एक चीज I think I forgot, and I just forgot that. Just 1 second. I just try to do that. So there is this. I mean, there is this form that you had to fill. I forgot to share it. This will actually help you count your attendance also. Okay, so I've shared that form. So yeah. So that is the form. Okay, please guys, it's a humble request. Please fill that form. Okay, that is something that will count as your attendance, and this attendance will be handy for your certificates and आपके certificates and all that code that we'll be sending you. That will come on the this particular email that you mentioned here, or maybe this is the attendance part that you're attending this, not attending this. So yeah, that is the idea. Please take a minute and meanwhile ask me whatever the queries that you're having. Okay. So please make sure that everybody fills this attendance form. Any queries, guys? No? Okay. Meanwhile, I'll talk about something interesting also. I'm not sure if you guys have heard of this or not. But have you guys heard of something called Byland? Yes, yes, Mohammed, I'll try that. Okay. Yes, भाई साहब इतने smart लोग, इतने तेजस्वी लोग. Okay. Nice, nice. Okay. Yes, yes. Okay, sounds good. Okay, so for others, those who don't know, Bylang is a cool language that has recently come. Okay, Bylang, very cool language. Okay, and that is very good syntax. You must refer this. Okay, जब तक भाई is an if condition, बोल भाई is a print statement, and अगर भाई is an if condition, बोल भाई नहीं तो भाई else if. This is super good. What to say? Super, I'm not sure if this I'm trying to. Okay, so yeah. So maybe hi, bye is the syntax. Hi, hello, bye. And this is how you declare the variables. Bhai ye hai, bhai ye hai. So very good language, must read. Okay. These are the two guys from Amazon. Okay. They have built this. You guys can also build this. Okay, that is the idea. You can try this. Okay, so these are two guys, Rishti and Aniket, um, from Amazon, right? So yeah. Yes, Panapavan, I try to do that probably at the end. I'll have to figure out myself. But yeah, some resources I'll try to talk about at the end. Attendance form has been shared, guys. Can you anybody please reshare that? Please, guys, reshare that attendance form. Thank you, Getan. Thank you, Anshik Praveen. Praveen, thank you. Okay, so let's go ahead. You guys can fill that form meanwhile. Okay. So अपना React app बन गया. Okay, let's try to make that working also. Okay. So the first thing that I'm having is the app.js, right? So okay, so before that I was talking about the rules, right?
दूध घ्यायलाच फेन्स होतात.
Yeah. Any queries? कोई कुछ कह रहा था? Surbhi, you want to talk something?
नाही.
Okay. 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 So that is the idea. So please, so this is how an API looks like. So in order to see the documents, in order to see all the APIs, okay. So this is the API documentation. बहुत सारी APIs है. That I want to get this movie, I want to get that movie. So जैसे अपने पास, so we are uh, asking of what was the discover, right? तो मुझे different APIs चाहिए, right? So this is the APIs that are there. So these are the parameters, like this is the actual API. ठीक है. तो ये API है. Okay, that can involve a lot of parameters. So this is the API link. You can try this, go around this, play around this. Okay. What type of APIs I do really need? I'll just put that in the chat section. You can refer this. Okay. So this is the API. Okay, that is how this is the different URLs. Okay. So for my particular project, I have figured out some APIs. I will share that with you. Okay. So these are the APIs that we will be using in our project. Okay. But before that, okay, these are the APIs that is. So ye somebody is providing that. Okay. So my task is that I will have to simply call these APIs. My task here is that कि from app.js मुझे ये APIs call करनी है, right? Understood this? Okay. So first of all, I'll try to write the API key that I'm having. Okay, जो मेरी API key है, that is what I'll be writing that. Okay. So I'll be writing this where. Okay, so this is the next second system come here. Okay, just a second. Yeah, just 1 second more. Perfect. अरे यार fuck. I'm just trying to do it for your benefit. Perfect. Okay, so this is the back to the app that we're creating. Okay, so here I'll be trying to first of all I'll be create the request कि जो भी मुझे APIs चाहिए, right? So I'll be making that file requests.js. Okay, that yes, these are the requests that I am calling. Okay, okay. In this request I'll be asking that okay, what is my API key? Okay, what that is, this is the API key that I'm having. I just copy paste that API key. You guys have to make your own API keys and copy that. So this is my API key. I'll copy this. You can copy your own API keys. You can use the same API key also, but try making your own. That will help you more. Okay. So अब मुझे कुछ requests बनानी है, right? That whatever the requests that I'm having. Okay. These are the actual URLs that I'll be using. Okay. So in order to get the requests, I've just collected all these requests. I'll show you guys there. Okay, and we'll understand this. कहाँ गई? Request dot JS. Okay. So these are the requests that have already been created. Okay, that is for your reference. You will get the coding part of this. Don't worry. Okay. You can get the coding. You will get the coding part of this. Okay. तो ये एक particular URL है, right? This is so these are searched here. Okay, so you need to search them here. So you need to search in them here, right? So this is present here. I told you that API documentation is there. वो API documentation में we are trying to search these APIs. ठीक है. That was there in trending discover. एक second. So ऐसे copy करके this was not discover, right? It was trending, right? So these are the discover वाली है, discover वाली है. Okay. These are discover APIs. Okay. Yeah. That is the idea. कि मुझे कैसी वो चाहिए. Okay. थोड़ा सा API that will go in very detail. ठीक है. I don't want to go into REST APIs as of now. Okay, but for now, try to understand that yes, I am calling from these particular properties only. The properties with genre. Okay, this is the property that I'm calling. Comma separated values of genres that you want to include in the results. ठीक है. तो ये genres है, मुझे ये वाली genres चाहिए. Okay, I want to get these movies. So that is the API. ठीक है. Movie चाहिए and this is the API key. Okay, so these are the APIs that are denoting to horror movie, romance movies and all that. तो मैंने इनको name कर लिया so that it may be little easy for me. All right. So once I've got those APIs, my next step is to that always we will export everything so that others can use this. Okay. Export default requests. Okay, I'll actually export this. I'll simply export this and I will try to call this in the requests part. Okay. So that is the idea. That is there, Yash, in general cases, but for this API, they are not doing it that way. Okay, so ये अपने को API provider, these particular API providers are not doing it that way, but yes, some API providers do it that way. Okay, तो ये वाले नहीं कर रहे हैं, but yeah. Okay. Okay, so now we have got that. अब मुझे एक request वाला चाहिए, right? I need to get a request वाली चीज कि how can I make a request? ठीक है, try to understand this. मुझे एक request करनी है, right? There is a missing piece. Okay, the missing piece, I'll talk about this here. Try to understand this. So this is the database. Okay, this is the movies database that is there. The movies database that is actually present there. That is where all the movies are actually present, right? Now try to understand this, that this is my local host, right? This is my local host. And yeah, तो यहाँ से मेरे को रिक्वेस्ट रेज करनी है, यहां से मेरे को यहां पर एक रिक्वेस्ट करनी है, राइट? तो फॉर दिस रिएक्ट, ओके, फॉर दिस रिएक्ट देयर इज अ लाइब्रेरी दैट हेल्प्स इन द रिक्वेस्ट डूइंग पार्ट. ओके, रिक्वेस्ट करने के लिए, ओके, सो व्हाट आई हैव डन हियर, तो आई हैव जस्ट सिंपली पुट अ रिक्वेस्ट इन द ब्राउजर, राइट? तो यहां पर तो मैंने आई हैव पुट अ रिक्वेस्ट इन द ब्राउजर पार्ट, but in this particular case, since I'm not having the browser, right, so there is called something called an Axios. Okay, Axios is a library. Okay, Axios is a library. The task of the library is to do this fetching easy. Okay, so the fetching hai, that fetching or getting part, this is matlab handles this, right? So helps with this. तो अगर आपको रिक्वेस्ट करना है, नहीं करना, all that things is what Axios library is handling. Okay, this does a lot of things more, but for now this is good. Yes, Nihal, good. Okay, so we'll install Axios first. We'll just quickly install Axios and okay, I'll just install it. Npm install. In order to install anything, you just simply use npm install and the name of this Axios. Simple. कुछ भी install आपका नहीं चल रहा है, just simply npm install that thing. Okay, so Axios has been installed. Okay, तो I will use the Axios, तो मैं एक Axios.js बनाऊंगा. तो अभी what am I simply doing? I am just simply मतलब setting up my backend part, right? कि जो मेरा backend वाला part है that somehow gets settled. तो import Axios, मुझे Axios चाहिए from Axios, okay? कि जो Axios library है उसमें से मुझे Axios चाहिए, good, okay? एक यहाँ पर हम लोग एक base URL बनाएंगे, okay? We actually get a base URL. The idea of this base URL is to probably, you know, right, try to understand this thing. कि request वाली चीज ना is not complete, right? Maybe this is the idea, and this is a good coding practice. Okay, that कि ये वाली चीज देखो अलग लिखी हुई है. Okay, whatever this thing is there, that is written separate. Okay, that I'll be writing separate, and this particular API is what I'm writing it separate. Can anybody tell me why am I doing this? So I'll tell you. Okay, so my statement is that in the Axios.js, I will write the base URL separate. I'll name this instance that is equal to the Axios.create, and I'll be writing the base URL. ठीक है कि base URL ही है. The base URL is whatever the base URL is, right? That https slash ये वाला, right? ये base URL मैं अलग लिख रहा हूँ separate. मतलब what I could have done, मतलब before that every of the request इन सबके आगे, okay, in front of all of these requests, I would have used that HTTPS, but I have not done that. I have just written it at a common place. Can you tell me why? Anybody? Not a very fancy reason, but yes, still a reason. क्यों ऐसा कर रहा हूं मैं? Clean code, yes. Answer is good. Okay, answer is good. Okay, the question is that. Okay, the question is that. देखो ध्यान से समझना. देखो, जो URL है, I'll come back and I'll just explain it in Hindi once, and I'll come back in English in a minute. देखो जो URL है, वो पूरा URL है, right? उसमें ये वाली चीज भी है, HTTPS वाली चीज, और बाद में API भी है. समझो? API वाली चीज अलग है, जो URL है वो अलग है, और जो आगे वाला सर्वर है वो अलग है. मैंने इन दोनों को अलग अलग लिखा है, राइट? एंड या सो व्हाट हैव आई डन कि जो URLs है, व्हाटएवर द URLs आर देयर, दैट इज समथिंग दैट आई हैव रिटन सेपरेटली. दैट्स द वन थिंग. द सेकंड थिंग इज दैट जो व्हाटएवर द बेस URL इज देयर, राइट, दैट बेस URL इज समथिंग दैट आई हैव रिटन सेपरेटली. ऑलराइट, ठीक है. माय क्वेश्चन इज कि व्हाई हैव आई डन दैट दिस वे? I could have copied this. Okay, I could have copied this and pasted it in front of everywhere, right? I would have matlab, pasted it everywhere. But the problem is that, okay, I'll tell you, it's not a very there's not a problem in that, but it's a good practice. I'll tell you how. See, tomorrow, okay, tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but yeah, in case I have to change the base URL, try to understand this. In case I have to actually change the base URL, अगर मैं base URL change करने आ जाऊंगा, then I will have to change it at all places, right? Change it at all particular places in case I change this, right? But and there is a possibility in good coding, okay, in good coding, we generally try to make the code generic, or that is, I mean, reusable, okay? कि कल को if not at the movies database, okay, if the server is changed, okay, instead of movies database, the movies one database is there, right? Then I will not have to change it at every place, okay? I will not have to change it in front of all of them. I will just change it in Axios.js. सिर्फ यहाँ पर ही मैं ये कर पाऊंगा, okay? This is a very good point, okay? Sometimes if you try to explain your project, okay, so once you try to explain your projects also, you can talk about these pointers also. Sir, that I have written this particular thing separately, the base URL. The reason for this is that because of the reusability and clean coding, okay? Interviewers generally get a lot of impressed. इससे बहुत impressed होते हैं interviews. Okay, that yes, I mean this candidate has the idea or the spirit that yes, he has to write a clean code and he has to prevent the he has to use the reusability as much as possible. ठीक है, तो इसलिए इसको अलग लिखा है. Okay. Okay, now I will try to, because अभी तो I'm trying it at a local host, right? But कल कोई सर्वर चेंज हो सकता है, right? There is a possibility that in development only, I feel that the server gets changed, so that is why I have written separately. So I will export this. Okay, anything जो भी मैं import करता हूँ, just simply export that. Export default instance. Okay, तो मेरा ये API call वाला project is ready. Okay. Now we'll try to make that rows. Okay, we'll try to make that rows, and in that rows I will try to तो मैं एक row.js बनाऊंगा कि एक रो कैसे दिखेगी. So try to understand this. How is the project looking like? So this is like complete rows. Okay. So if you try to realize this, these are actually rows. Netflix original is a row. Okay. Trending is a row where I'm getting a list of these. ये वाली चीज जो this information is coming, that is coming with the help of an API. Okay. And so these are the rows that I've created. Okay, that the top rated is a row actually. Okay, trending, Netflix original. So these are rows simply. Okay, so now try to understand the next beautiful thing. That is, okay, that is the reusability of rows also. Okay, I'll make something that is called row.js. New file, row.js. So row.js मैंने बनाया. All right. Okay. So in the row.js, again, I'll be having two things, right? So two things मेरे पास होंगी. I'll just quickly write some basic codes कि जो भी मुझे import करना है. So I always need React and use states. React is capital R and use state from React. Okay, React की वाली चीजें मुझे चाहिए. Okay, got it. Apart from that, मुझे Axios चाहिए because I need to get the request. Import Axios from /Axios. जो भी चीजें आपको चाहिए होती है, simply import that. Okay. और CSS चलो बाद में देखते हैं. Okay. And the base URL that I've actually created, right? That base URL I told about, right? The base URL that I'm making, that is something that I'm calling here. HTTPS. What was that? So base URL बाद में देखते हैं. I'll talk about when this time comes. Okay. Okay. So now we'll be creating a function row. Okay. Function row is what we'll be making one time. Okay. But we'll be using it multiple times. Okay. Function row is something that I've created. Okay. I'll just write this function row. But before I complete this function, let me just call this function from app.js. So in app.js, मैं ये यहाँ पर rows call करूंगा. Okay. Counter. Maybe welcome on this. Now try to understand this. I am actually calling this rows objects, right? कि जो भी row के objects हैं, whatever the row objects are there, I am simply calling that row objects. What do I mean by this? Okay, that row is there. That row function that I have created. Okay. What is the title? These are the parameters. ठीक है. कि मेरे को इस particular row में क्या parameters भेजने हैं. Like the first thing is Netflix originals. And what is the URL? Okay. URL is also a parameter. Okay. And this particular URL is what you need to get information for. That is what I am getting from requests. Requests dot. Okay. One thing, fetch Netflix originals. कि इस पर्टिकुलर यूआरएल को हिट कर लेना, कॉल दिस पर्टिकुलर यूआरएल. Okay, in that one row. Now try to see the concept of reusability. I have written this code once, but I will be using this code same multiple times. Okay, because I need to get different rows, right? मुझे एक्शन मूवीज चाहिए, मुझे टॉप रेटेड चाहिए, ट्रेंडिंग चाहिए. So all these things I need to get it differently. So what am I doing here? Okay, what am I doing here? I'm just simply changing the titles and the URLs. Okay. So what was the title that we have seen? That is originals were trending. That is a trending part. Okay. और मुझे रिक्वेस्ट चाहिए ना कि नेटफ्लिक्स ओरिजिनल की, बल्कि आई नीड अ रिक्वेस्ट ऑफ ट्रेंडिंग वाली. ठीक है. नेटफ्लिक्स और फेच ट्रेंडिंग मूवीज. I hope you got the idea, right? Fetch trending. Okay. What next? I need action movies also. I'll be passing the action movies. Request dot. I'll be sharing the action. Keep action movies ko bula lo. That same code, okay, that we were writing there, okay, can be reused multiple times. Okay, that same code that has been written, that is actually, there's comedy movies also, and we'll be fetching the URL fetch comedy movie. Guys, any doubt up till this point? Guys, how many? How many are getting it clear and how many Jama Tadi? Clear. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. And this is a way, right? I told you, right, that whatever the variables are there, okay. So what am I writing inside the return statement is the component, right? So अगर इसमें कुछ variables चाहिए होते हैं, something that is containing the data part, that will always and always come in brackets, curly braces. Okay. To distinguish, this is not a style component. This is a data component. Okay. This to distinguish this, we are doing it this way. What is there? Row.js is something that we'll be creating now. Abhi row.js is how the row will look like, right? So that is what will be containing in the row.js. Apart from community, what we have, I think horror, romance, and documentaries. Just 2-3 more left. Just quickly complete this. Up reusability wala concept samajh gaye, right? Horror movies. And yeah, sounds good. Sahi lag raha hai. Horror movies, and so I'll be fetching the. Then we'll see how each of the row looks like, right? Fetch horror movies. ये सारी चीजें जैसे function calling में set parameters, right? So row is actually a function. Okay, what you see row is actually a function, and in this row I'm just simply passing the what called parameters. बस ये row में I'm just simply horror और क्या romance and documentaries, right? ज़्यादा मुश्किल नहीं है. Okay, there's nothing very god science, rocket science behind this. Okay. Just I think what is the issue with the people React is that they just simply get scared. Okay, they feel that okay, this is very difficult to start with, but it is not like that. It's very simple, and I will definitely not very simple, but yeah, still doable hai. That is what I'll be saying, right? This is like something that you can understand, right? This is not something new. Documentaries आ चुकी हैं. Okay, I'll save this. And apart from this, अब मुझे एक row create करनी है. Okay. Apart from this, I need to create a row, and I'll just clear the design part also that was created default. Okay, in the app.js, your design wala part, I'll just clear that, and I will set its color to background black. This is the same CSS part. We'll not discuss about the CSS much. Yeah, this will not have any margin. This will start from as it is, margin 0. And yeah, the next thing is that the app thing, right? Dot app, it should have a background color of black, or maybe the hashtag one will go right. Okay, so that is the idea. ये तो ये मैंने इसका स्टाइल सेट कर दिया. I will also, I think the style has been defaulted. Okay, ठीक है. तो now I need to complete कि एक रो जो मैंने बनाई थी वो दिखती कैसी है. How does the row that I have actually created, how does that looks like? Okay, again, whenever you're writing any function, there are two important components to that. Okay. So one thing there is more. Okay. One thing I've done more is that if you could see that Netflix originals का जो content है ना, जो Netflix original content है, that is little large than other, um, you know, than other what to say, other icons. Yeah. So we'll try to pass that yes, the Netflix originals में एक और parameter जाएगा. Okay, in the app.js we'll send another parameter कि तीन parameter जाओ, that is large. The second parameter, third parameter that will send only in the Netflix originals that yes, it is large. But yes, it is an is large row. तो हम इसका style accordingly change कर लेंगे. We can send that yes, this is large row. One very important thing, okay, that is very acceptable and that is very appreciated in the development world is that you guys should write good variable names. ठीक है, ऐसे ABC रामू शामू नहीं रखने. Try to keep good variable names and that is what helps. Okay. So back to the row.js. In row.js मैंने parameters, function parameters जैसे होते हैं, right? So we've seen what are the function parameters. तो वैसे same function parameters is what I'll be having. Okay, 3 parameters. One of them is title. Second thing is fetch URL. Order does not matter. Okay, fetch URL. What is the URL? And third thing is the is large row. Okay, so these three things are there. These things are actually present there. Okay, now अब मुझे यहाँ पर movies call करनी है, right? मुझे यहाँ पर movies call करनी है. How will I be calling the movies? पहले यहाँ पर मैं movies की list बनाऊंगा. Constant movies. Set movies. Set movies is a function that will manipulate the movies. Okay, set movies is a variable. It is actually a list. Okay, this is a list. Because I need to get a list of movies, right? So that is use state, and inside this we have a list. Okay, so there is something called another function, use effect. Right? Use effect is a very cool syntax, widely used in Java. Sorry, and constant is a keyword in JavaScript. Constant, where, let. Yeah, constant, where, let. These are the declaration, right? Integer a, something of that sort. They don't really mean constant, but yeah, still integer a, long b, something of that sort. If you put it, yeah, they don't really mean that yes, they're constant, but yes, still they can change. Okay, so use effect. This is the function syntax part specifically. काफी अजीब सा syntax है. Even I get stuck writing this syntax. And yeah, probably that is how it is. We'll be having an arrow function. Yes. Okay. Use effect क्या करता है? Very important thing. Use effect करता है. This changes whenever, मतलब जब भी कुछ URL change होगा, right? जब भी कुछ URL change होगा, see. So whenever the fetch URL will be changed, okay, whenever the fetch URL will actually be changed, okay, एक second. So in the use effect, we will create a function fetch data. पर आपको ज़्यादा समझ आएगा. So there is this called async function fetch data. Okay, that I'll be fetching the data. मैंने एक request raise करी, and I'll be calling that function also, of course. तो मैं यहाँ पर एक function call कर दूंगा fetch data. Fetch data. This is very important. थोड़ा सा मुश्किल है. This is something that you'll get with time. अभी के लिए just try to understand that I'm raising a request that okay, await the request. Axios dot get that URL. Get that URL. Set movies. Okay. जो भी request का data आया है. Dot data. Dot results. देखो ये चीज ध्यान से समझना, what is this doing use effect, ठीक है? Use effect is a function that runs every time a component reloads. Okay, so use effect is what? Use effect is a function that runs every time the component, this particular component only, okay, the row component is reloaded. तो जब भी component reload होता है, ठीक है, use effect is something that runs. Okay? So now try to understand this. So why is this parameter here? Okay, why is this parameter here? So that simply tells कि जब भी fetch URL change होगा, okay, whenever fetch URL will be changed, you try to get another movies. ठीक है? तो जब भी fetch URL change होगा, try to understand this. From the app.js for the same row function, okay, for the app from the app.js from the same row function, we are getting the different fetch URLs, right? Okay, तो जब भी fetch URL change होगा, whenever we'll be changing the fetch URL, this complete thing will be reloaded. Okay, this complete stuff that will actually be reloaded, that is the use effect will be changed. Okay, मतलब use effect will be, मतलब it will be reloaded in the sense मतलब recalled, it will be called again. तो fetch data फिर से मंगवाएंगे. And async await is a combination. Okay, async await क्या करता है कि until all the movies have not been fetched from the database, okay, I mean wait for all the movies to come and then you set that. That is what is the meaning of async and await. That just wait for all the movies. ऐसा नहीं हो कि दो movies आई आपने set कर दी. No, that is not a synchronous function. Okay, that is an asynchronous function. That means कि wait for all of the movies to come, and then once all the movies have come, right, in a asynchronous manner, not in a continuous manner, in a asynchronous manner, then you can try to do that. Like a loop, maybe not like a loop, but yeah, like a waiting time. कि wait कर रहा हूं मैं, I'm actually waiting for all of them to come before I really move ahead. It's like a wait. ये थोड़ा OS वाली चीज है, ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम्स वाली चीज है लिटिल बिट, बट yeah, the idea is same. मतलब basically idea is that all of you guys friends are you know waiting to go for a party, and you will go only after all the friends come. That is something like this. Time interval is like जब तक you know just wait कर लो तब तक सब लोग नहीं आ रहे. ऐसा कुछ फिक्स नहीं, until all the data gets come we'll wait for that. There is no particular time interval कितने टाइम में रुक रहे हैं, नहीं आए तो चले जाएंगे. That is not what you friends do with each other कि देख ले 4 बजे तक आ गए तो ठीक है, वरना हम लोग निकल जाएंगे, राइट? वरना आप ऐसा करते हो यार, यू वेट फॉर एवरीबडी. अमन कह रहा है ओह दिस इज वेरी रिलेटेबल. क्या करते हो अमन आप? यू वेट फॉर एवरीबडी और यू कहता है कि मैं अपना पहुंच जाऊंगा, अपना तुम देख लेना. नहीं, अमन कुछ नहीं करते. अमन डज नॉट गो टू पार्टी. यस यस यस, वेट, लाइट इज वेटिंग, नाइस. ठीक है, ओके, तो आई होप यू गॉट इट. सही लग रहा है. Okay, so we'll try to, so we've got the request, okay, we've got the response, so we have got the data, right? So this is how we get the data part. And ठीक है, तो the next thing is that I told you that we have to present it, right? कि एक वो दिखेगा कैसा. I think there is a mistake, brackets issue something. Okay, no, here. Okay, so I'll be writing, yeah, yes, Rishabh, just wait. Okay, no, you cannot write the Nihar, you cannot write this function outside the use effect, because this function has to run every time after the URL is changed, right? The fetch data function has to be called every time the reloads. Yes, Session, just give me some time. I will show you this. Okay, so I'll just show you that. Don't worry. Just let me just do that designing part little bit, and then you will see this clearly. Okay. So I will return. मुझे कुछ return करना है, and that is that row, right? Okay. Here I'll be using the div. Okay. Here I'll be using the proper. This is like same HTML CSS. See how my row should look like. Okay. They will have the classes. They will have the divs. Okay. Okay. So I'll be having the title, right? So the title मेरे को आ रहा था, right? Whatever the title that was coming to me as a parameter, that title is something that I'm presenting. First thing. Then I will be presenting the row posters. Div class name. This is the row posters. Okay, this is the row posters that I'm having. Okay, everything. I mean, this is the autocomplete feature, and I use this extension called ES7. Okay, ES7. ES7 is a good extension. Okay, that auto completes a lot of things. The React may this auto completes a lot of things. No, you cannot write a separate form. Okay, you cannot write a separate HTML file. No, okay, you can write that, but there is no sense doing that. The dot that will not have a dot HTML extension. Okay, there is a proper story behind that. Big story. मतलब अभी के लिए no. Okay. Okay. The row posters is what I'm having. So inside the row posters, जो भी movie आई है मेरे पास. Okay. Now this is the information that I need to create. So this will come in the curly braces. Movies dot map. हर movie को. Okay. Every movie is what you will be mapping. Okay. This is like a for loop. Okay. और maps में iteration आपने शायद देखी होगी JavaScript में. But this is something similar to that. कि आउट ऑफ द मूवीज दैट आई गॉट मैं एक एक मूवी को चला रहा हूं एंड एक मूवी को ओके आई विल हैव द इमेज फॉर एवरी मूवी आई नीड टू हैव द इमेज एंड इमेज की मेरे पास आएगी एक की ओके आई जस्ट क्लोज दैट इमेज टैब आल्सो इमेज की एक पर्टिकुलर की आएगी राइट की कौन सी की है दैट इज अ मूवी डॉट आईडी आई विल शो यू ऑल दिस इंफॉर्मेशन ओके और इसका क्लास नेम क्या आएगा हाउ विल दैट लुक लाइक क्लास नेम इज इक्वल्स टू थोड़ा सा देखना है I'll explain once I write this row poster. एक पोस्टर कैसा दिखेगा this this class name is telling how all the row posters will be seen. This class name is telling how one row poster will look like. Okay, and this is some JavaScript notation. मतलब basically, so what am I doing here? I wanted to do it because I wanted to show this to you guys that कि अगर large row है sorry okay so if there is a large row okay नहीं कहा गया and there is a large row and that is and agar row posters ka large I'll show you this don't worry okay let me just complete this row this is also an interesting thing okay spend a lot of times okay source kya hoga okay what is the source this is like for the image part you have the source part right source big URL hoga so anything that is a variable that comes in curly braces okay dollar sign can you tell me what is there in what in which part of JavaScript you use the dollar notation generally koi bacha so base URL is same okay तो base URL common होता है and for that base URL we are having कि is large है तो अच्छा तो cookie dot poster part. Otherwise, we don't backdrop part. Is large row. So, otherwise, alternate is we'll write one more alternate also. Get the value. Yes, yes, yes. Combine the value in the strings. Good, यार. थोड़ा बहुत तो champion है तुम लोग. Dot name. Okay. Okay. That is the idea. Okay. And we are having a div. Okay. All right. So इसका trailer वाला part will add it little later. Okay, I'll just add the base URL that I was talking about once. Okay. And then we'll just see this if things are working. Then I'll explain you this once. Just once again. Idea is same. Okay. Base URL, and that is https dot pmd https image.pm slash p. Okay. चलो देखते हैं एक बार जाके. एक बार I'll just try to. Okay, so this is I'll be trying to use the CSS file as it is. Okay. Because I don't want to spend time on the CSS part. Okay. CSS is something that is always you guys are smart enough to do that. So I'll just get it here for you guys. And moreover, we are planning to understand Netflix. I mean the React, not CSS. So CSS is something you can go through this once, and in case of any queries, you can ping me. Okay, you can connect with me on LinkedIn. I will share the LinkedIn ID at the end. /row.css. CSS को हम लोग import कर लेंगे. Let's start this. I hope a lot of errors. Okay, row is not defined. Row is not defined. क्या हो गया? Okay, so it seems like app.js में row define नहीं करा. So we will have to import that row also. यहाँ पर अपने को row import करना पड़ेगा. Import row from क्या करेंगे? Yes, क्या लिखेंगे यहाँ पर? Guys, ये चीजें बताओ यार. What will be writing here? This parts also. I think you guys are comfortable with this. No? Tell me this. Yes, come on, guys, come on. Path. This is the path relative to the current path. Okay. कि अगर मैं app.js में हूं तो यहां से okay relative to my current path is what I path right here. Okay. Try to see they app.js and row.js are in parallel. Okay. The dot okay dot stands for my current position slash okay row.js. Okay. That this is the current thing that I'm having. Row was not found. Okay, row हमें शायद export भी करनी होगी. We have to export that row also. Export default row. Okay. I told you, right? Everything that we write, we have to export that also. ताकि बाकी जगह implement हो सके. Okay. Okay, I'll just show you the data. Okay, so visit TMDB. ये क्या हो गया भाई? There is a big issue. I'll just check this once. Inspect. Data नहीं आ रहा भाई. Reference row is not defined in app.js 7.1. Return. क्या इशू आ रहा है? Any idea? div class name app, हमने रो import करी. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. div close कर दिया मैंने. रो import कर दिया. Okay. Let's go in row.js also probably. Reference error. A row is not defined. Is the TMD instead of TMDV? कहाँ पर है? row.js में. It's the movies database. Database, okay. Right. Thank you. ये बड़ी गलती. Okay. Yeah. So we've got this. Okay. We've got this anyhow, but still the problem is that there is someone more error. Originals नहीं आ रहे हैं. Is large is in the middle for the app dot is right for row.js. That does not matter much. Okay. उससे खास फर्क नहीं पड़ता. I mean there is some issue in the styling part specifically. I think या तो styling connect नहीं हुई है. Probably the styling has not been synced. Row.css is where. Okay. Styling तो देखो sync तो है. That does not matter, Nehal. That is not the point. I think the second issue that we might be doing is somewhere in the title, row posters. I mean, they're not really in sync. Row posters are there. Okay. कुछ something. एक second. Okay, we are running this. Sorry. Okay, I have to go this one, right? यहाँ पर हमें गलती देखनी है. TMDB, okay, right? Row dot title row posters is fine. Okay. Maybe that could be an issue, but these large center, that's not an issue. Okay. Any other issues, guys, that is coming to your mind? Let's try to figure this out. Row poster should have an underscore instead of hyphen. Is it so? Row poster should have an underscore. Yes. Instead of hyphen. Nice. Right. So we have got this. Okay, we've got this and good here. Only thing that is left is the title is not getting displayed. Okay, the title is not getting displayed. Is the title also coming also, right? The title is, that is how you actually know. I think title के color के साथ कुछ issue होगा. There is an issue with the title color. Maybe title is not coming, right? Div class. Oh. Color is white, right? Right. So we've got this. Okay. Title is this. Okay. So I hope you've got this. Okay. And this is the basic structure that we've got. Any queries up till this point? अब मैं आपको बता देता हूँ what we're doing. Okay. So now you try to relate this. Okay. That for row.css. Okay. There are two styles. Okay. There are two styles that I've mentioned. Okay. So अगर तो the is large variable is true, okay, तो अगर तो is large variable is actually there, ठीक है, फिर चलेगा रो पोस्टर लार्ज, okay, otherwise, okay, it will मतलब it will, it's basically the class name is getting changed. So if the is large variable, that's just like a variable, right? That's like a flag variable, that if the is large variable is true, in that case we'll be getting a large, um what to say, a large, that large, that will be there, okay. In other cases, okay, in other cases, what you can see is that, just simply row poster will be called, okay. So this is just like a variable manipulation जो आप करते हो. तो अगर तो, and this is also two types of URL, ठीक है. In case you want to get a bigger image, then you go to poster.path, okay. In case you want to get, I mean, a smaller image, you go to backdrop.path. These are just images of different types of that are there in actual Netflix, ठीक है. तो Netflix में भी अगर आपने देखा होगा, you go to the actual Netflix also, so you might have realized ऐसे change करके रखते हैं उन्होंने. Don't they show it that way, the main page, without login? Well, actually, it's not recommended for me to, use this Netflix at a company laptop, so I'll not try to log in here. But I hope you have got the idea, right? Hindi language, unlimited film, TV और show बहुत कुछ होगी. Yeah. So maybe that's the idea. Okay, and I'm not sure what is the issue. Okay. Yes, Nihar, the row posters, no, they don't get overridden technically, but to some extent, yes, also. Okay, they are, I mean, that's like a different row post. Yes, so they get overridden. I mean, not exactly overridden, but yes, the class name value gets changed. कि जो class name बन रही है, that value gets changed. Okay, earlier it was row poster, now it has become row poster large, so that value is changed. बाकी लोग guys, please feel free to ask the queries that you are having. Okay, so we'll just try to change its color to black also. That's the only thing that is left. I think that color should have been black somehow. Sure. Because हमने color black कर दिया था. No? Maybe app.cs is not getting synced. Class app में जाके, अच्छा, this is a capital A and this is small a. Okay. Simple issues, guys. I am sure I should resolve this. Okay. So this is how we are getting that. Okay, that is how we are getting the background color correct. And in the row.js also, the color, this is the color of the row elements. That should be white. Okay, so this is fine. सही लग रहा है, right? Any queries up till this point? Apart from that, we are only left with the banner part. Okay, ऊपर banner बचा है. That is the next thing that we'll be planning. जैसे if you could see here, the banner is there, right? This banner is something that we have to create. Do you guys want a 5-10 minutes break? ठीक है, okay, sounds good. Maybe probably we can take a break, small break. And so this is time is 4:52. Okay, please don't run away. And because I mean from the banner part also you will learn a lot of things. ठीक है, तो banner के लिए भाग मत जाना. Yeah, we'll try to see that. I mean, I'll discuss it at the end with the team. What is the best solution? But yeah, probably try to be attending it live. Okay, and recording का देखते हैं. Not sure. Yes, Nihar, I'll try to. YouTube, the trailer session is not a very difficult thing. I'll do that. Okay, that's not a very long tasking thing. Okay, so that's a 5 minute, 10 minutes break. You can take a 10 minutes break. I will see you guys at 5. Okay, so please be active. Okay. Pata lage, I mean, Nihar has started dialed a phone to his girlfriend and he's, talking again and again. Yusuf, can I also take a 5 minutes break? I'll explain you once I come back. Sure, thank you. Yes, hello guys, welcome back. Oh, nice. 75 people are only there. Okay. I mean, people are still there. Good, good. Well, generally, what happens when I try to do this normally? Okay, 10% of class flee away. सही लग रहा है? Okay. Okay. Yes, hello guys, welcome. Welcome back. Back to workshop. Okay. Yes. Correct. ठीक है. Any doubts in the previous thing? Okay, the previous thing that we discussed up till now. Anybody having any queries, please feel free to ask before we move forward with the banner part. Yeah, just a second. Yeah, come in. Yes, Siddharth, answer for this is yes. Probably answer for this is yes. Okay. So, matlab it's used for, I mean, reloading. Okay, so idea is that it reloads whenever you try to, um, so whenever you try to reload that. Okay, so whenever you try to reload any particular component, okay, so you can that use effect thing is something um, that is something. Yeah, yes, guys. So I think the use effect is actually used to put the code related things. Okay, whatever the code related things are there, that is something that we need to render. So that is the idea. ठीक है, मतलब actually, honestly, if you ask me, there are having a lot more use cases also, but this is one of them. Okay, so let's start with the next part. See, the idea of making the banner is almost same. Okay, कुछ ज़्यादा मुश्किल नहीं है इसमें. So banner.js is a component, yes. Okay, so I made that banner.js, and since this banner will be called from the main function, okay, from the main function app.js, तो यहाँ पर मैं एक banner function को call लगा दूंगा. That we are calling the banner function. Okay, so once I write this, I have to import that banner function also. Import banner from /banner. And so banner.js, तो मैंने banner import कर लिया, correct? ताकि सबसे पहले call हो जाए. This is the main function from where all the calling is actually happening. Okay, so I have called the banner.js. I have declared this banner.js, correct? I'll just write something rfce. Okay, the basic structure आ गया अपने पास. Now in banner.js, if you try to observe carefully, okay, in banner.js, there are a lot of things. तो वही तो एक तो पहले use state and use effect is something that we need to import, right? तो use state और use effect हमें import करना पड़ेगा. Use effect. So this has been imported, correct? तो हमें Axios import करना पड़ेगा. Function banner. Something is wrong. Okay. Okay, so function banner is there, right? तो एक हमें Axios import करना पड़ेगा, standard things, right? Axios or idea is absolutely same. I'll tell you what is the idea. The idea is that we will call a movie. Okay, we will actually call a movie. कि एक movie हमारे पास यहाँ पर आ जाए. Okay, the idea is that in the app.js we are actually calling a movie. Okay, so that a movie actually comes here. Okay, we are just calling that movie, and once that movie comes, we will try to हम लोग क्या करेंगे, the next thing is that will it be displaying that movie in a better way. That is the only idea. This is almost same as row, but because of its different configurations and one movie only, we are creating it a different component, right? So एक random movie is what I'll be getting from here. Same idea, almost same. यहाँ पर I'll be writing the JS code. Okay, whatever the JavaScript code is there. Okay, JavaScript code is used to select the movie. Okay, that is used to select the movie. कि जो भी movie है, that particular movie I'll be selecting. Before that, I'll be having that constant movie, set movies. एक movie चाहिए मेरे को, right? Not movies, but yeah. And use state. This is like a single thing. Okay, so I'll be cutting that. तो मैं movies बुला लूंगा almost same way. Okay, almost same, exactly same as say. थोड़ा बहुत different होगा. But the only point is that I'll be calling that async function. Okay, actually try to understand this, guys. That with the time, these are the same standard functions that you will be using for all of the क्या बोलते हैं, for all of the components. तो सारे components में almost the things that we are using are same. Okay, there is nothing different in the things. It's just like you understand the syntax once. Okay, you understand the syntax once. कि हाँ ऐसे, this is how I'm gonna do that stuff. You need to practice it for some time. Okay, आपको practice करनी पड़ती है some time के लिए, and that is how you call the function. And once you call the async function, ठीक है, async function आपने call करा, and आप एक request बुलाओगे कि okay, simply help me get all the requests. Await, because wait for all the movies to come. Axios.get is helping to get the information. Request.fetch. Okay, मुझे सिर्फ I only need requests. Request.fetch Netflix originals. मतलब सिर्फ Netflix originals is what I'll be showing here, or I can show any one of them. Okay. So once I've got that request, so I need to set a movie, right? In set a movie, so this is what this request is, a array of movies, right? So this request that you actually see, that is not a one movie, but that is an array of movies. So in movies में से we need to get only a single movie. Okay. So inside the set movie, ठीक है, तो जो भी array है, it is an array of movies, right? Request.data.results जो भी array है, उसका I will be getting the last element. Okay. Try to see this. Math.floor. Okay. Math.random. Out of all the arrays that I've got, I will randomly get math.random into request.data dot data results dot length. जो भी array है, okay, whatever this array is there, right? So this is an array. So this is similar to array of n-1. I will be randomly shuffling the elements. I'll first do a random shuffling of the array elements, and then I will be getting the last element out of this random shuffling. That is the plan. All right. Okay. So once I've got the request, what is the next idea? The next idea is to set movie कर दी हमने, good, and set movie कर दी है. इसके बाद sorry, I'm the Bangalore rainfall is something that you can never predict. So I'm one of the victims of that. Anybody living in Bangalore right now? कोई Bangalore वाले लोग हैं? How many of you guys are living in Bangalore? Or maybe at least in some rainy prone area where the rain is too much these days. कहाँ से हो तुम लोग? From which all places are you guys from? Bangalore, Mumbai, okay. Okay, nice. Dehradun, Delhi, Dehradun, okay. Kerala, Mumbai, all right. Bhopal, nice. काफी diverse set of people we have. Patna, Greater Noida, Kolkata also. Anybody from the Seven Sisters area? I mean, from the Nagaland, Assam, or anybody from that side? I did not find a Gujarati also. Nobody from Gujarat. Gujaratis are generally there. They're always there. Nobody. Manipur, nice, nice. Shikhar, good, good. Welcome. Meghalaya also, nice, nice. Beautiful states, yeah. I mean, Gujarat also there, Visakhapatnam also. Oh, had I get an option, I'll try to, matlab, in case I get something like work from home and continuous work from home, I want to shift to these places, Manipur, Meghalaya, Assam, and maybe work from there. That is my maybe something. Gujarati focus on business. Yes. Okay. So Gujaratis are not busy making the Netflix, they are busy earning money, right? Okay. Good idea. Okay, all right. So now, so once you have called the request information आ चुकी है सारी information and we will be calling the fetch data done. ठीक है तो हमारे पास एक movie आ चुकी है. We just need to display it, right? एक one more thing is there. We need to truncate that also. There's this another function truncate. Okay, I'll talk about this in a while. And so there's this another function truncate that is taking. So actually, what happens? The movie description is there, right? That is too long. Okay, so we need to cut it short to length n. Okay, that it should not be a very large length. Okay, so return. I'll be just cutting that str.length. Return str question mark dot length, and yeah, length greater than n. This is like an if else statement. Okay, so if the length of this is greater than n, in that case, we'll try to return a substring of that sub str of 0 comma n minus 1. Otherwise, plus some dot dot dot. That is also there in Netflix. You might have seen that. Yeah, फिर we'll get the return the string. So अगर तो string बड़ी है, the string length is greater. In that case, we'll be returning the substring, okay, of length n. In other case, we'll be simply returning the string that yes, this is the string str. Okay. In the return component, what I'm having, okay, in the return component, what I'm having, तो एक header बनाना है मुझे. I need to create a header. What is this happening? Okay. Okay, so I need to create a header, but this is like the designing part. Okay, because I've done this a lot of times. Okay, so I know what all things are there. Okay, I've done this maybe 5-6 times. So I've made this Netflix clone a lot of times. So, but every time it never happens that I go this in one go correct. Okay, there is always some or the other errors that are there. Okay, probably we'll just copying this part. Okay, I'm not sure that exact idea, but we'll copy this part. That is a better idea maybe. So banner.js, and that's more of the design part. Okay, कैसा things हैं, whatever things are there. I'll just explain you before I do this. After I do this. So in the header class, this is the content, right? This is just like how I am presenting each of the stuffs, right? Try to understand this. That first I am having it cover, the background cover. Okay, that is the URL that I'm having. Okay, or uska path. That whatever movie I've got. Okay, the movie is a variable, right? Uska kuch style add kar diya. Similarly, I need to have the title. Okay, the next heading that I'm having is of the title part. How the title should look like. Movie.title, movie.name, movie.original name, all that stuff. Okay, that's the title part, second part. And the third part is maybe the buttons. Okay, 2 buttons are there. Play button, my list. Okay, I'll just show you this. And yeah, that's all in the header part. Okay, we'll just try to add the style sheet to this. Okay, we'll add the style sheet to this. Again, style sheet is not something that honestly, believe me, styling is not something that you should be very concerned about even in React. Okay, styling is something that there are professional people who go for styling, but I think, well, don't stress too much on key styling nahi aa rahi hai, React mein, all that. This is like the CSS stuff. Okay, you will get with time, and even if you don't get, this is like more of a copy paste thing. So you understand the basic, that's fine. Okay, don't stress too much on the all that stuff, right? Key styling nahi ho rahi hai, all that, that's fine. So I'll just save this. Let's see. Use state is not defined. Okay, use state is not defined in line number 11. Okay, so it's use state variable naming. All right. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, I'll share with you. Don't worry, the code part exactly I'll share with you. Okay, this is something that I'll share with you. Don't worry. Okay. So I think maybe we're not connected that banner.js is not connected to the banner.css. Import dot slash banner.css. So that I mean the style sheet gets connected. Yeah, so this is the idea. Okay, if I try to refresh this, any random other movie will get. Okay, so timely different movies are getting into picture. Okay, so that is how I'm creating the banner. All right. Any queries in the banner part? I'll just go through this once. तो हम लोग क्या कर रहे हैं? What is the idea? The idea is that the function banner is trying to take care of the above thing. That is having the following components, right? The cover page 1, the title 2, two buttons, play and my list 3, and a description, right? And description is also truncated. So what am I doing? I am simply trying to define a variable movie, and out of that, out of the all the movies that I get from the request, okay, from the Netflix originals, that is in the line number 18, I try to set a random movie. Okay, so from using math.floor and random, I try to actually set a random movie in the database. That is, मतलब ये movie मुझे present करनी है. That is how I do this. So once I've got the data, okay, once I've got the data, the movie value is actually containing that particular information, right? The movie value hai, that will contain that JSON file that I've shown you here. So this all things will actually be contained in the movie variable, right? तो जो भी ये सारी चीजें हैं, तो movie variable will contain this JSON object because I have created a request. I have called a request. Request was this fetch data. तो एक fetch data मैंने request करी, okay? And out of this fetch data request, I've got a response, right? That is the response. और जो भी वो JSON file है, whatever the JSON file is there, we can use the dot parameters to address its components. जैसे movie.title in line number 52, if you say movie.title, movie.name, movie.original name, these are all the information that you're having, right? And yeah, that is how you present this. बाकी तो ये designing वाला part है. Okay, this is something that I don't want to spend time on this because this is something that you cannot, I mean, take away something from me. It's like designing is something that you have to do on your own. But yeah, I have given you the basic design, how that will look like. And the important part is that you understand the data flow, that how is actually data going from the back end to the front end and vice versa. That particular flow is really important to understand. Again, so that's the idea. Any doubts so far, guys? Kuch queries hai? You can do that. Okay. Yusuf, you can do that also because, but the point is that every time we'll be getting the same movie only, right? In the use state. In the use state, try to understand that is kind of an initial value, right? So since movie is of type array, okay, so 0 is not an initializing value of the array. I mean, the movie is not of type. So the movie that you are seeing here is of type array. तो इस array को मैं shuffle करता हूँ. So this movie variable is actually an array, जिसका मैं last component ले लेता हूँ. I try to convert this into an array, and उसका last component I do that. तो एक ही movie आती है एक movie variable में. But that was an array that was shuffled to get a mixed movie every time. That's how Netflix does, right? Yes, yes, yes. Don't worry. The codes part I'll share with you guys. Okay. Coding is not something. I mean, that's the main idea. But the idea is that you should try to ask questions कि ये कैसे हुआ, वो कैसे हुआ. I would be more than happy to answer those. ठीक है. Code तो आपको मिल ही जाएंगे. Code, working code, deployed project. All these things you will get that. Any queries guys so far? Confidence आ रहा है कि हाँ ये समझ आया, React नहीं आया, बोर हो गए. Yalanki, Mohammad Ryan, Vaibhav, Rutu Rajneesh, Rathod, Surabhi, Ash, guys, little bit bored. Yeah. देखो, this is, I understand, थोड़ा सा boring तो है. I mean, because थोड़ा इतना interactive नहीं है. Maybe, how can I do it more? Overview got it, yeah. Yeah, we'll discuss that, how to host it on GitHub part also. Okay. Okay. Got the basic overview, right? Yes. That is the idea, right? हमें complete video, I mean, पहली बार में समझना is tough. Okay, but this is a good project. Okay, you can add in your resume also. Okay, but अगर आपको, so there are two type of projects that you actually add in your resume, right? One of the projects is the minor project, and second project is the major project, right? So major project is something that involves front end and back end also. So this can come as one of the projects, right? अगर एक minor project आपको add करना है, this is a good project. Okay, this is a good project that you can add in your CV, and yeah. The code is not very lengthy, they're not very difficult. Okay, once you'll go through this code, okay, you will get the idea that okay, कैसे कैसे चल रहा है and all that. I genuinely want you guys to try. Okay, मतलब I think so only one part is left mainly, that is um how to do that trailer वाला चीज, right? Only that is left. Okay, मतलब I'm thinking that you should try that trailer part on your own. Okay, because there is not something that new you need to implement. Okay, it's all the repetitive stuff, not something new, just the same use state, like YouTube library, something that you will be getting, and just same on click event, that on click of any movie a YouTube drop down should come, right? The idea for that is that on click of an event, I'll just talk about little bit about that. Well, I can show you that also. I will provide you that code. That's not a very big issue, but I want you guys to try this on your own. Okay, so what is the idea? The idea is that I will give you, I mean, the idea is that once you click on click event, ठीक है, तो एक on click function आपको add करना पड़ेगा. So on click is on click of a movie, right? And this particular code you will add in row.js. ठीक है, ये row.js पे होगा. Okay, यहाँ पर on click कुछ होगा. And yeah, just a trailer URL. Okay, there's a YouTube React. Okay, the YouTube is there. YouTube is a kind of library. ठीक है, तो YouTube एक library है. Just आपको simply YouTube लिखना है, and you will have to simply put that trailer. Trailer URL also is what you'll be getting from movies. Okay, trailer URL. Trailer URL आपके पास आ ही रहा है, right? Trailer URL is, आपको यहाँ पर एक trailer URL add करना है, and YouTube will start playing that. Okay, simple. This is called an embedding a video. This step is called an embed a video, that I am actually embedding a video, and that is what I'm presenting. ठीक है, थोड़ा ट्राई करो, मतलब the code is very simple, very easy. But in case you will not try that, that is, I mean, how you will not go through all the things. That's just a recap or maybe a homework thing. Yeah, any further queries, guys? And in order to upload it on the GitHub, this is very important. Okay, in order to deploy it on GitHub, there is something called क्या नाम उसका, डिप्लॉय वाला क्या था, that's not Netflix, Heroku, one is Heroku and one is Netlify. Okay, yeah, so there is something called Netlify. Netlify आपको जाना है, just log in, I mean sign up, log in with email. I'm शायद log in with GitHub, maybe. Yeah, so this is my login. कुछ खास नहीं है. You will get your login, but in case none of them will be there. Add new site. Okay, before you start, add a new site. you need to make a build folder. Okay, so before you actually deploy that, yeah, so before you actually deploy that, you need to make a build folder, which is like a dot zip file. जैसे कुछ बहुत सारा बड़ा कंटेंट होता है ना, so what is the build thing doing? Okay, that clubs maybe not clubs, okay, that's not club, but yeah, that shrinks or optimizes the code to some extent so that it can be deployed. ठीक है, तो कुछ नहीं करना आपको, simple process, very simple process. npm run build. npm run build is something that you're doing, creating an optimized production code, that before you actually deploy this, you need to get an optimized production code. Okay, okay, so build folder has come here, right? So build folder has actually come here in Netflix. ठीक है, बस ये वाला folder we need to upload this zip folder here in Netlify. Simple. Okay, just upload, add a new site, deploy manually, drag and drop, browse from downloads, desktop. What is the name? Netflix React Kuwait. अरे यार, Netflix, and from the build folder. Okay, तो बस ये build for आपको upload करना है and your site will get deployed. Okay, so that will take some time, but yeah, the site will get deployed. Simple process. I'll try to provide you the recording also. ठीक है, recording something मैं बात कर लेता हूँ. I'll try to provide you. Attendance form has already been shared. Okay, and you can let me know any feedbacks or any queries are there for this. Otherwise, mostly the lecture is complete. I mean, the webinar is over. Not, but yeah. So I'll just show you how the Netflix looks like. It will take some time. Yeah, so it's there. So that is the Netflix thing that has been there. Some issue with the image part specifically. Yeah, that is nothing. That's just a reload issue. Okay, that will take time, but I think. Code wise, we are almost correct. Okay, this is the exact thing. Okay, and yeah, ठीक है, liked it, मजा आया, थोड़ा sense of achievement लग रहा है. You can so what is there? So you click on any row, on any movie. So drop down should come. ठीक है, तो मतलब I generally cover this, but I want you guys to try this. I'll give you the code. ठीक है, the code part I'll share you that. Okay, sounds good. npm install npx. So you need to first install npx. npm install npx. I think go for mount stack. Maybe that is little easier to learn. Maybe biased on React, but not sure. Never done Angular personally. Okay, but I could see that React is something that is more trending, or maybe that's my personal view. I hope the guys you had some fun and it was good. Any particular feedback that you want to? Yeah, hosting part is same.